How to get comfortable. How do you get comfortable asking for what you want in bed, particularly when you need to make a change in the moment? Great question. So, yeah, a lot of times, and I think this is often used as comedy fodder in like sitcoms and romantic comedies. Pardon me while I wet my throat. Where one partner is maybe not fully enjoying something, and often in Hollywood, it's a cis male and a cis female, and of course, cis women are represented as being like completely overly complicated in bed, and cis men are represented as being often clueless, and it's it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate misrepresentation all around. But no matter how good you are at the sex, everyone likes their sex a little bit different. We all have different preferences. Our bodies are set a little bit differently. So when you're wanting to be a great lover, think less about being a great lover overall, but rather being a great lover for the person that you're with. So how do you help your partner to be a great lover for you? Communication. It's like the answer for everything, right? Communication is the lube. It's the verbal lube that makes things run smoothly. Sometimes in the moment, especially though, it can be really nerve-wracking. And again, this goes back to that using it for comedy. It's like, because it can feel like you're being rejected or you're being put down, especially when you are in bed with someone. That's a really vulnerable moment, and so being corrected in the middle can feel a little scary. And so a lot of times people don't want to speak up, and so then you're stuck, getting touched a certain way that maybe doesn't feel good to you, or does feel really good but just needs a little bit more, but you don't want to say anything. There's a few ways that you can correct someone in the moment. One way to do that is if that verbal doesn't work for you, if you're not quite ready to just come out and say it, you can put your hand on the person's hand if, say, like, that's what's happening. Like, let's say my partner is giving me a hand job, and it feels nice, but they're not quite on my clit. I might put my hand on their hand and kind of move their hand over to the right spot, and maybe even show them a rhythm that I prefer. Another way is to, rather than saying like, hey, I don't really like that, or that doesn't feel good to me, go for the positive feedback. Wow, I love that you love to eat me. You know what would be even better is if you added your fingers. Or, I love that you are taking care of me so well by giving me this shoulder massage. Can we add some depth of pressure? Can you go just a little bit harder? Rather than thinking of things as a correction, think of it as just asking for a little bit more. And that can also be a challenge for some people. I know people can be afraid of being too much or wanting too much. I promise you, if your partner is an open-minded, awesome, and caring partner, they want you to ask. They want to know what's going to make you feel good. As far as how you get comfortable with it, practice. I'm going to guess that if you're not super comfortable asking for what you want in bed, you may also have some difficulty asking for what you want outside of the bedroom too. So practice. If your partner is making you a cup of tea, tell them exactly what you want. I would like 2 tablespoons of honey in it. Get comfortable asking for what you want, because it's okay. It's okay to make requests. it's okay to ask for things to be a little bit different. All right.